Yeah, if you think you're going to do it in your own strength, then you know what? Yeah, you can do it.
COVID, it's been helping people move their businesses from offline or brick and mortar to online.
Systems are more important than skills as an entrepreneur today.
It's totally okay to reinvent yourself multiple times, especially when you're an entrepreneur.
Welcome to Profitable Coaching Conversations with Wendyybailey. If you're a coach, speaker, or industry expert, you're in the right place for sales and marketing wisdom and insight to grow your coaching business. Now, here's your host, Income Acceleration Mentor, Wendyybailey.
Hey everyone, and welcome again to this episode. I'm so excited to introduce you to our guest for this episode, Jenifer Madson. Jenifer is the founder of Mindful Leaders Academy, which has served hundreds of high-level executives in some of the world's largest organizations in becoming measurably impactful and fulfilled leaders. She has also just founded BadAss Babes Over 50. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit. And when she's not on her motorcycle or in the ballroom, I've seen pictures, it's true, she's hanging with her rescue pup, Jodi, waiting for the day she can safely travel the world again. Jenifer, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Wendy. I appreciate it.
Awesome. So we're going to get into some of the things I described in your introduction, but I want to hear from you just a general, tell us what you do.
Whatever I've done within the coaching world has been very much about helping people break through whatever it is that's stopping them from living their potential as executives, as leaders, as women over 50, as parents. And so I learned some tools a long time ago, and I found a talent for doing that. And I've done it primarily in the executive and leadership world for the last 17 years. And also now with BadAss Babes Over 50 and living their boldest, best lives.
Well, I'm a member of BadAss Babes Over 50, but I want you to tell us why you created it. Where did that start, and you know, what's the real focus of that group?
I knew coming into my later 50s, I'm what I call on the backside of 50.
Me too.
I've known for a while that I wanted to do something to serve women in that 50 plus demographic.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know exactly what that was going to be. I played with some other ideas around it in the last year or so. And then particularly when COVID struck, it brought this thing to me, Wendy, that was about, you know, there's no time like now to do exactly what I feel called to do, which was to bring all of these tools and strategies and all of these things that I've learned over the last 20 some odd years to women in their third act. Because we're all online now. It's not that we won't get about the world again. We will, and I'll have a live event for BadAss Babes of all ages. I knew I wanted to serve women in this third act, that this was a particularly crucial time of making sure they felt solid in their work, solid in their being, solid in their talents. And so I just, 24 hours later, I had the URL and the Facebook groups, and we got started.
Yeah, I was going to say it happened pretty quickly because I spoke with you, and then one day, and then the next day or so, you opened this group on Facebook. I'll say it's a movement on Facebook. I love the way you act. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people have ideas and they ruminate for years and years, but you took action right away. Right away.
Well, I felt not only compelled, it felt like a moment of truth for me. And I speak a lot in my work about those moments of truth where we simply know in our being. We don't know exactly how. We don't know all of the ins and outs of it. We simply know we're supposed to move forward in that way. I had that when I got sober. I had that when I started my first business. I've had it many times along the way. And I simply knew this was something to say yes to. And so
yeah, I'm glad you did, because I'm enjoying being part of that group. I really, really am. And I'm looking forward to all the good things that are going to happen in the future with that group for us on the backside of 50. Sure. So finally, let me ask this question, then we'll go to a break and come back. What do you do for executives And why is it so important that we incorporate mindfulness into our businesses?
When I started working with executives, I have to say that I was a little not sure about how I would put mindfulness into it. I've been a practicing Buddhist for more than 16 years. They call it practice for a reason. There's no perfection of calming the mind, managing my mind, my conduct for the greater good, with this faith that I'd be taken care of in the process. In the executive world, the go-to move is to push everything. Push yourself, push each other, push deadlines, push agendas. And it was, it is burning people out to the max. So I knew that there was an opportunity to not simply teach mind calming exercises. Meditation's a beautiful thing. And it's really most important when people understand that mindfulness and meditation aren't necessarily the same thing. Meditation is a means to get mindful. Mindful means the ability to discern things separate from your judgment about them. Not better than, not worse
than.
I
love that definition. Say it again.
Mindfulness is not meditation. Meditation means to mindfulness, which is the ability to discern what's in front of you, free from any judgment about it.
I love that definition. Yeah, that's awesome.
Not attached to hope or fear, because hope can be as debilitating as fear. I'm really attached to how something turns out or might not. And so if I'm able to calm my mind enough to see clearly what's in front of me, then I can do the next right thing. Then I can be really strategic with teams, clients, firm, my own values, my own alignment. I don't use the work-life balance thing. I think that's a trap.
Yeah.
But the alignment of what really matters to me, I can make more solid, discerning choices. So that's what I've done for the executives.
Wow, that's awesome. I never heard that definition of mindfulness. It's pretty clear that it will help with decision making. It'll help with interpersonal relationships. It'll help with business relationships and partnerships. That's powerful, Jenifer. It really, really is.
Thank you. And I know that my executives have found that it's very powerful for them as well, as long as they're willing to pause. I give them this 5-step mindfulness method. Our listeners pause, and I always do the hands because it signals to the body. Pause, and then it's time to breathe, right? And it's a 3-part breath, 3 counts in. Hold for 3 breaths because it tells the brain you're in charge, you're not going to die, it's all good. 3 counts out, and then do it 3 times because that lays the ground for clear sight. Step 3 is, what is this? Reflect, see it as it is. Again, that discernment. So discernment is step 3. You got to pause and you got to breathe before you're ever going to be able to see things clearly. Then do the next right thing, which becomes very clear if you've laid that groundwork. And step 5 is repeat.
It's what?
Repeat so that you make it a practice.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Mindfulness as a practice can make a tremendous difference. So I love the work that you're doing. I really, really do.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we're going to take a break. And when we come back, it'll be time for the Profitable Wisdom segment. Be right back, everybody. Are you ready to elevate your sales game so you can add some zeros to your bottom line? Backed by popular demand is Supersize Your Selling, the 7-day sales challenge for coaches, speakers, industry experts, and marketplace influencers. Get ready to grow confident in your selling. Practice selling with grace and ease. Discover how to convert more ideal clients. Shatter your sales fears. Overcome objections effortlessly. Activate income acceleration in your business. This activation challenge features daily bursts of content, easy to complete assignments, sales coaching with none other than yours truly, Wendy Y, downloadable sales script, ongoing accountability and support. It's because it is designed to help you win. Sign up now at www.supersizeyourselling.com. That's www.supersizeyourselling.com, and we'll see you there. How do you create sustainable success in your business? It means that you're focused on creating a message for your most ideal client that magnetizes them to you. They're clamoring to work with you because of the messaging you have that shares with them your ability to solve their problem. It also means that you're working daily, weekly, and monthly on the right actions to impact your bottom line profits. Yeah, you want to increase them, but you've got to focus on moving away from the energy drainers and the time wasters to work with people that you are clearly designed to support in your business. It also means elevating your sales game. You've got to be really good at selling if you're in business, and you've got to know the right way to step into your sales game and elevate it so that you're authentic and true to who you are, and you're able to really and truly solve the problem your client presents when he or she comes to you. I'm Wendyybailey, known as your Income Acceleration Mentor, and I'm so excited that I'm going to be delivering another Income Acceleration Day, and you're invited. It's a virtual group coaching intensive designed specifically for people in the transformation space, like coaches and speakers and industry experts and marketplace influencers and CEOs and entrepreneurial leaders and consultants, all working on making a difference in the lives of people. Maybe it's in their business, maybe it's in their personal lives. It's all about transforming the people you serve. It's virtual, no traffic, no travel. And when we get together, we roll up our sleeves and we create that messaging that you're really looking for. We also look at what your income producing activities are. We get rid of the energy drainers and time wasters in your business. It's also about understanding and identifying multiple streams of active and passive income so that when you focus on the right things, you know exactly what your bottom line is going to look like. And then finally, we're going to do what we need to do to elevate your sales game. It's a must. It's easy. I promise you're going to love wearing the new sales game that you have going forward. Income Acceleration Day is happening soon, and I'd love for you to join me. Go to www.incomeaccelerationday.com and get ready, because it's all about accelerating your income quickly, growing your bottom line profits so that you can create the sustainable success you desire in your business too. See you there.
Hi, I'm Lisa Crisali, and you're tuned into the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendyybailey. Go ahead and like, comment, review, and subscribe now so you're notified when the next episode goes live.
Hi, I'm Jenifer Madson, and you're tuned in to the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendyybailey. Like, comment, review, and subscribe so that you're notified when the next episode goes live.
Hey, it's Lou Bartone, and you're tuned into the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendyybailey. Like, comment, review, and subscribe now so you're notified when the next episode goes live.
Hey everyone, we're back talking with Jenifer Madson, who's the founder of Mindful Leaders Academy. We've been talking a lot about mindfulness, but now it's time for that profitable wisdom segment. It's the questions I ask every single guest. They're so powerful, they're so insightful, and they give you a glimpse into what it has taken for them to be successful in their businesses and in their lives. So first question, Jenifer, is who has had the greatest influence on you and your life?
Wow, that's a tough one. I would say that my Buddhist teacher, Trungpa Rinpoche, has had the greatest influence on my ability to meditate and get mindful, which of course I've gone on to put into a corporate context to help.
Sure.
Absolutely. He is without a doubt one of the enlightened beings on earth that I feel so privileged to have met and learned from, like literally learned at the feet of.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I know you mentioned this in a number of places that it has helped you. You even said it today. It has helped you to maintain your sobriety and explore new avenues and do a lot of other things. Is that the kind of influence that you mean, that is permeating every area of your life?
So I actually didn't meet Trungpa Rinpoche until I had been sober for a little while. I got sober when I was 23, almost 24 years old. And the great influences in my life at that time were all the people who sponsored me, who sat next to me in meetings, who held my hand, who kept me from falling apart, who really supported me in that journey. And there were hundreds, if not thousands, of those people. When I talk about Trungpa Rinpoche's influence in my life on an ongoing basis, you know how they say when the student is ready, the teacher appears.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I had been sober long enough that I'd started to own businesses and I'd started to do some really cool things for other people through whatever talents I have for that. And that no sooner started, I started my business in 2003. About a year later, I was like, how do I put all this together so I can really be most useful? And a great friend of mine had started practicing with Trauma and Shame. He said, you need to meet this teacher. He is widely known as the living authority on Tibetan Buddhism. He's going to be up the road next week, and it just so happened I was going there for a writing retreat. It all came together.
It all fell into place by divine order, it sounds like. Yeah. Yeah. So what's the best business advice you've ever received?
The best business advice I've ever received is to use my talents to help others. In this faith that I'll get taken care of in the process, and to take very practical steps for making it so. So it can't all be just profound vision and idea. And to go to work on the very practical processes for building it as a business. And a business coach of mine told me a long time ago, she said, treat it like a business and it will pay you like one. So you have to pay yourself first, or it's an expensive hobby.
Yep.
Every business I started had me as a line item, and it was non-negotiable. The business couldn't pay me to the extent that I needed it to. It wasn't a business. So it
was a hobby. Yeah.
Or let it go, which I did. Okay.
Awesome. So what's the largest single sale? Let me say it again. The largest single sale you've ever made in your business? I ask this question because most people don't have a clue what a large single sale means and how it can really turn your business around. And so for the audience, I just want to make sure I ask that question of every guest, because it is such a revealing kind of question,
The largest single sale I ever made was the retainer that I proposed that was accepted with a large organization out of New York City. And they agreed to pay me at the time $200,000 a year to coach their executives on
big payday,
on the way to becoming partners. We have since increased that retainer. That retainer has gone on for 6 years now. We're going into our 7th.
Since that first one, with that first one, did you celebrate?
Oh God, yes.
What'd you do?
Well, I don't drink, so there was no champagne involved. There was sparkling water
or sparkling apple cider, something cool, right? Yeah.
Cake as big as my head, because I am like a cupcake freak. So yes, there was a gigantic cupcake in my life.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
I think it's important to celebrate your wins. There have been a couple of guests that I've spoken with, and they were kind of like, I didn't really do anything to celebrate. I believe you celebrate everything. Sometimes you just even have to celebrate opening your eyes that day,
I agree.
Always a reason to celebrate. So what has helped you when you thought of giving up in your business? I know you talked about your sobriety, but I'm kind of talking about other than that. I'm saying when you ran into challenges in your business that made you go, I just need to throw in the towel. I'm done. What did you do to get through that? What practice did you put in place, or what thoughts did you have, or what resources helped you move through that state of giving up?
Well, some of what I've done when I've come across really hard times in my business was to contemplate where I might be better served. So what I mean by that is that if I go all the way back to when I became self-employed for the very first time, which was in 92, I owned a dating service franchise. It did very, very well for many years. However, I didn't really know how money worked, and things came to a crash, like a big crash. I lost everything.
Wow.
And I was forced to say, well, what the heck do I do now? And I didn't know what to do ultimately, but I knew what I could do short term, which was sales. I learned sales in the dating service business. It's carried me through everything, every 100, every 6-figure, 7-figure business I've ever built was because I knew sales. So I'd go teach sales to another organization while I dusted myself off and figured myself out. And then I could go make the next move, which was in mortgages and financial services with my now ex-husband for a while.
Nice.
That wasn't something that I wanted long term. So I, again, just regrouped to say, where else can I serve? And back to that moment of truth I talked about earlier in the interview, when I was having that moment of truth of I really want most to serve, it's actually my ex-husband who came around the corner that day and said, you know, you love your business coach. You'd be great at that. You should do that.
How about that? And here we are. Yeah, that's amazing. So final question, what's your greatest personal accomplishment outside of your business? What is your greatest personal accomplishment outside of your business?
Without a doubt, my greatest personal accomplishment, and I say that not because I'm taking credit for it, I would not have celebrated this without the support of thousands of people literally around the world, is my sobriety. I will celebrate 35 years in September.
How long have you been sober now?
35 years.
35 years. Wow. That is a long time. That's a really, really huge personal accomplishment. Great job. Great job.
Thank you. And I absolutely did the work. I mean, I want to say I had amazing support and I did the work, or else, you know, you can't just have one without the other.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Excellent. So when we come back, we're going to hear Jenifer's parting thought, and she's going to tell us a little bit about the gift she has for you.
Hi, I'm Simon T. Bailey, and you are tuned into the Profitable Coaching Conversations with Wendy Y. Bailey. Listen, it's an amazing show. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel so you know when the next episode is coming your way.
Hi, I'm Penelope Jane Smith, and you are tuned in to the Profitable Coaching Conversations show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Like, comment, review, and subscribe now so you're notified when the next episode goes live.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Victor, and you're tuned in to the Profitable Coaching Conversations show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Like, comment, review, and subscribe now so you're notified when the next episode goes live.
Are you a coach, speaker, industry expert, or marketplace influencer who's ready to take your business to the next level? That means more time, more money, more clients, and lots more options, not just in your business, but in your life as a whole. I'm Wendy Y. Bailey, known as your Income Acceleration Mentor, and I want to extend my personal invitation to you to join me and my amazing guests as we tap into sales and marketing insights to help you grow your business and ultimately your bottom line.
It's easy to get caught up in the marketing side of it because marketing typically is more fun.
Yeah.
And
find businesses and opportunities that are going to bring you joy.
Saturday and Sunday was prime time. Lunchtime was prime time. So while everybody else is going to work, hanging out with their coworkers, trying to figure out what happened last night on Monday Night Football, I was making phone calls, I was responding to email, like I was, trying to build a business. So I had
my personal motto is by giving what I have, God is always going to give me what I need.
And if you were going to ride in my car, you were paying for the gas.
I love it. Tune in to Profitable Coaching Conversations at www.profitablecoachingconversations.com. So welcome back. We've been talking and having a delightful conversation with Jenifer Madson of the Mindful Leaders Academy. And she shared a lot of juicy content. But Jenifer, if there's one thought of everything we've talked about that you want the audience to walk away with, what is that one nugget?
Learn how to see things as they are. Not better than, not worse than. Learn how to discern without judgment so that you can take clear, solid, insightful steps. It's the best way to let your intuition really rise up and lead you to the next right thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Really, really good advice. And so what's the gift that you have for our audience? Describe it for us.
So the gift that I have for our listeners is a report on how to unleash your inner badass. 3 secrets to unleash your inner badass. So whether you're a badass babe over 50, or simply a badass, and you want to really unleash that for yourself, I have that mini lesson for you as my gift.
Great. Jenifer, thank you so much for being a guest on this episode.
Thank you, Wendy Y. My pleasure.
Awesome. So we'll see you next time for another episode of Profitable Coaching Conversations. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much for tuning into Profitable Coaching Conversations with Wendy Y. Bailey. Be sure to join us at the after party at www.profitablecoachingsociety.com. We'll see you next time for more sales and marketing wisdom and insight from Wendy Y. and her amazing guests. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you know when new episodes are posted.